Our next guest on Comedy Central, she's also a writer for SNL, and she's extremely funny. Take a look.
Sometimes you see a balding pattern, you're like, this I can work with. You know, you see like a totally bald guy with like big muscles and a thick neck. He's like a wild horse with a temper. You're like, shh, settle. But my husband is a thin man. So this was like, are you sick?
That is Rosebud Baker. Her new special, The Mother Lode, is streaming on Netflix right now. Oh, and she's touring the country sometimes with the toddler. But this morning, she is here with us. Good morning, Rosebud. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we were talking off the air. I said that you sometimes tour the country with your toddler.
Yes.
She didn't make the trip today.
No, yeah, she's here. I just hung her up in the closet. I put a little hanger in her jacket, and you can just
One
hang
of those
them up
little
like that.
hotel hangers with the tiny thing.
Yeah, she didn't come with me this time.
That's got to be chaos. I mean, just life with a toddler is chaos.
Yeah, it is. It's chaos, but it's fun chaos,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like my life before was chaos, so I was like, why not bring somebody else into this misery?
You know, that is a good way to... Here in your comedy, you talk about life with the toddler being a mom. Made me feel good because I have a 6-year-old, and I remember like when she was first born, I was like, man, this life is hard.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, I feel bad that I'm not like, oh, I love all this.
Right. No, yeah.
But it's a change.
No, it was not immediate for me either. I was really like, she wasn't bringing a whole lot to the table at first. And
Don't even smile in the beginning.
No, they don't smile at you. You're like, what was this for? And I joked that like I kind of, you know, my friends were like, maybe it's postpartum depression, and I was like, I think I'm just not like a newborn person.
I mean, I don't know that anybody really is. I think.
How can you be? They're making them up.
Yeah.
You know, they're just like a baked potato. You put a personality on. You know, so I kind of wanted like I was like watching all these nature documentaries when she was first born, and I remember thinking like, I wish I had like a giraffe birth where you like pop it out and you watch it run.
And then like, see you later.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the savannah somewhere.
Yeah.
So your grandfather is the former Secretary of State, James Baker.
That's right.
You have talked about a lot of this in your comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to dwell too much on it, or because I'm sure you talked about it a lot, but what was the conversation like with your parents when you said, I want to be a comedian?
Oh, there was no conversation.
Oh, there
no,
wasn't?
I hid it like a drug habit for as long as I possibly could until I ended up like on TV, and then was like, this is coming out.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I've got a special coming out.
Yes.
You should...
Yeah, I really did. I hid it as much as possible, and I think that people should. I think that there's a certain level of stand-up comedy. It's a shameful profession to be in.
Why is it shameful?
Because you're like, it feels like you're sort of choosing the life of like a traveling VCR salesman. And I just like, you know what I mean? It doesn't, there's no like class to it. You're just kind of like getting on a plane by yourself, checking into a hotel by yourself, walking to the walk from the elevator to my hotel room. The level of sad that I get from just that long walk, and however far away they put me from the elevator, I don't know why, but I've started taking it personally.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, if I walk, the further I am from the elevator, I'm like, they just don't even want people to know that I'm here.
So
you know?
close to the elevator is like a status symbol.
Yeah, close to the elevator makes me feel like they're not as ashamed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This
like,
is all stuff that I've made up in my head over
the,
years of being solo on the road.
I'm at the Holiday Inn Express, but it is only 2 doors from the elevator. So, you know, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So you open, it seems like you hold back nothing in your comedy. Like your life is an open book.
Yes.
Are there things that have happened either with, you know, being a new mom that you're like, that's not material?
Not really. I mean, there's stuff that I have thought, okay, is this something where she will, you know, years down the line that she won't like?
Yeah.
And then the more I think about that, I'm like, well, I could put this out, I could not put this out. There's gonna be stuff that she doesn't like, period, either way. And I remember this because my husband, when we were both comics, and when she was first born, he took her on stage one time because he was home alone with her and he had a spot, and so he went down to do a spot. And I freaked out. I was like, I want to keep her as far away from comedy as possible. Sure. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, she's going to hate us. And then my husband was like, well, babe, she's going to hate us anyway. He was like, it's not going to be, like, this isn't the thing. It's going to be something, but you don't know if it's going to be this. And I was like, oh, yeah. And it just kind of made me, like, relax about it.
So you're traveling, you're without her right now. Be honest, this is like that's a nice little break, right?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Because I was thinking when you said you were traveling with her at times, I was thinking that would be my excuse to be like, honey, I got to go on the road.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take the
No,
baby.
yeah, it's fantastic. And then my husband will come back and be like, well, you know, I'm tired. I was working. And I remember before I would have
What do you think I
actually
was
believed
doing?
that. Now I go, stop pretending like our job isn't a vacation. Like, I'll just be like,
Yeah.
quit it. I know what you're doing. When you have a weekend alone to like bed rot, that is the greatest thing in the world. I was like, so don't come home acting like you're tired.
Do you know what the suburban dad version is of, working that's, actually not working? It's like going out to mow the lawn.
Yeah.
It's like you put your earbuds in.
Oh, my husband
and
goes to the bathroom for 45 minutes at a time.
My wife watching right now is howling at
I'm like,
the TV.
he's finished the internet.
Yeah.
He's seen everything there is to see.
All right, so you're at Sac Punchline tonight. Tickets still available. We're going to link all the information to our website, gooddaysacramento.com. Rosebud Baker, she's extremely funny. I highly recommend going to see her. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.